Hello and welcome, it is I, Lynx, and that's a very weird way to begin a video. Anyway, we are continuing Sakura Forest Girls 3, of course, as promised, and well, the reunion happened. Let's see where this is going to go exactly. Now that the three of us are fully clothed, Koko leads Aiyana, Maia, and I through the forest to the village where she's been residing. You know what, now that I think about it? How come Imala, who supposedly can see into the future, have not seen that those three got out of their dungeon? How's that possible? Anyway, this village is a humble one, smaller in scale than Arie's. If I had to wager a guess, I'd say about 50 or 60 people reside here. Tiny for it is, there is something rather comforting about it. Do they play volley? Shut them over here, right? You don't see the mouse. Okay, so between, from the left, between the second and the third tent, right? Is this like for volleyball? I guess it might be for clothes as well when you try to dry them and so on, but anyway. Here we are. Koko guides us to one of the tents, then opens the flap with a flourish. Home, sweet home. Thank you for bringing us here. It is most appreciated. It's no problem. We are friends, remember? Oh, yeah. I apologize for being overly conscientious. It's been a long time, and I fear it will take me a while to grow accustomed to this. Oh, that's alright, don't worry about it. This was very sudden for me too. I need a bit of time to come to terms with everything myself. Now, are you going to go in? Of course, I apologize for the delay. Thanks again, Koko. Thanks for letting us stay at our place. If it weren't for you, I don't know what we'd do. I duck my head when enter the tent. I'm not sure what I'm expecting exactly, but it's good to see you again, Koko. I was so lonely without you. I really did miss you. I didn't expect this. A woman is reclining in Koko's tent, attired in garments which seem to be rather expensive. Also, we know her. She's wearing a white dress, upon which is layered a translucent lilac gown, which looks soft and silky to the touch. This gown is held in place by golden ornamentations, which hinge in the woman's slender waist. Golden bangles hang about her wrists, and golden circlets her thighs, which are visible through the lilac fabric of her gown. Her hair is mint green, and it's tied back in two buns. Wooden beds hang from the buns, securing them in place. Upon her face she wears a calm, hilter expression. Her eyes are half lidded like a cat's, and a coy smile plays about her lips. Her face looks familiar, but I can't quite place it. How can you not place it, girl? It's Sakura Forest Girls 1, Mika. Where have I seen her before? It's as I'm pondering this that the woman blinks. Her eyes green, like her hair, meet mine. She frowns. Oh my. She sits upright, one hand resting upon her hip. You're not Koko. No, I'm not. I'm Yaya. Yaya, is it? Yaya. That name does ring a bell. She ponders for a few moments and then... You are that girl I met in the forest. I am. Yeah, indeed. I remember your story clearly. I'm prone to wandering, and in so doing, I've met many people from all across the world. I cannot recall everybody I've met during my travels. My memory isn't that good. But you are special. You were with a pretty girl who made quite the impression on me. Her hair was white, just like the feathers of a dove. So uncommon were her looks, she took me quite by surprise. I believe her name was Aiyana, and there she is! You are the white-haired girl to whom I traded the expensive trinket and this. The woman stares at Maia. Why, hello, Maia. It's good to see you again. How have your travels treated you, my friends? I'm most curious to know how you've been getting along. It really is a coincidence that I should run to you like this. Where did you find these girls, Koko? Now I see. After hearing all that, the identity of this woman has slotted snugly into place. I know who she is now. And I know why she looks so familiar. You're the merchant who sold Aiyana the necklace, aren't you? Indeed I am. The merchant smiles. Do you recall my name? We spoke only briefly, but I would hope you can recall that. Now that... what was her name again? Thank you for... Oh, Maidie. Was it Maidie? Totally. No, but Maidie was in one of the games. Shall I tell you which one exactly? Oh, I mean, I will need to look onto the Sakura tide. Actually, I can just look on Steam. That would be faster. Wing Cloud. I think it was Sakura MMO. Yes, it was Sakura MMO. My bet is on Sakura MMO. That's where Maidie was. She was the guild master. Pretty sure I'm correct about that. And hell yeah, I am. Sakura MMO Extra, by the way. Steam page 1, 2, 3, 4. 5th screenshot. Hell yeah, my memory serves me right. Which is surprising. Macaron, well, there was not such a character ever. Marina. Sakura Succubus. A businesswoman. Lovely woman, by the way. Mika. Rings a bell. Mephistopheles. Sure. Have I saved? Yes, okay. Mika. You're called Mika, right? Yes, that's me. I'm so very flattered to remember. My spirits will be crushed if you had forgotten me. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that in a hurry. You're really, I look her up and down, my arms folded. Something. She had a completely different outfit back then. Which I guess makes sense. Basically, let's actually that I don't remember exactly. Oh yeah, she was in green and a little bit of blackish brownish. Other than that, the hairstyle same. And she didn't have that necklace or those bracelets. I see she had bracelets kind of like the ornament that Yaya has in her hair. Okay. Yes, there is one screenshot that I have saved, basically. CG. Anyway, what did you ask? Something! Why, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. Mika googles. Wait, did I miss something? Okay. Still, this is a shock. What are the odds that we would bump into one another like this? Yes, indeed. It is most Wait, that's not the right. Yes, indeed. It is most unfortunate. What? I hope I had washed my hands of you for good once I set out on a journey, but it seems I cannot shake you. You are like a bad smell, perpetually hanging around. Come on, Maia, don't be like that. She's great. Mika was great. Maia sighs. You never knew change, do you, Mika? You have always been hopelessly in love with the sound of your own voice. What's the saying? Kettle calling the pot... No, pots calling the kettle black? Something like that. Whatever. The criticism is very hypocritical coming from Maia. That's exactly what I meant. But I decided to keep that thought to myself. Mika doesn't look offended, which is relief. Indeed I am! Who did me really? I've been blessed with a bright, cheery, eternally happy-go-lucky disposition. Who would not wish to hear me prattle on? I've heard it said simply being in my presence can cure any age or ailment, no matter how severe. Apart from headaches, I presume. Apart from that, yeah. Mika's smiles go good naturally. I'm glad to see you are much the same as ever, Maia. You're so surely, but that is part of your charm. I love how icy and unapproachable you are. I know that girl. I personally call Maia unapproachable. She's very touchy-feely, you know. She is? Mika blinks. That does not sound at all like Maia, I know. She has always kept me at arm's length, despite my earnest yearnings that we may become closer. I was assumed she was shy. Or else that she was trying to play up to the character as a big bad witch. Believe me, Maia is not shy. She's the complete opposite. Really now? I had no idea. I'm learning a lot about you, Maia. I feel like our relationship has become even closer. And this is about as close as it will get. Don't get your hopes up. Maia scolds. Lynx yawns because he's tired. I woke up early. Technically I napped, but I went on a run. Unfortunately my leg is still messed up, so I had to cut it very short to 5 kilometers. Well, technically tomorrow I have a visit to the doctor, so I'll find out what's going on. Anyway, I guess she and Mika really don't get along. It's quite fun to watch them interact, actually. One would assume they'd be best friends, given how brash and pushy they both are. But I suppose there's such a thing as being too alike. Maia must not like having her status as our most annoying party member stolen from her. Does she have the title? Really? At least she's not the most annoying character in the game. We know that's Imala. And she's miles ahead in that. Excuse me, but do you know each other? But of course, Maia and I have been friends for a very long time. That is debatable. Maia rolls her eyes. Mika believes we are friends, and I disagree. You may disagree, Maia, but that is only for the present. I'm sure in time I'll be able to work my magic on you. I'm the pretty merchant Mika after all. That there is nobody alive who doesn't love me. Mika strikes a cute pose, which makes Maia sigh. Ugh. You keep telling yourself that. I'm less well acquainted with Yaya and Aiyana. I understand the ones. But as they are patrons mine, I'll consider my friends. But we hardly know anything about one another. I know that you are both sweet-tempered girls willing to strike up a trade with me, and that's all that matters. I'm partial to anybody who buys my wares. Ah, I see. So, your relationships are purely materialistic. I'm not quite that mercantile. Mika smiles coyly. But I am merchant. It is customary for those in my profession to try and get on the good side of our clients, so we might make repeat sales. That does not mean my feelings for you are based solely on what I might extract from you at a later date for. I remember you said you were searching for a missing friend, and I thought that most touching. I know you girls are kind-hearted. You're the types who'd be easy to swindle, speak to. Changing tack like that doesn't help when you're already shown your true colors. I shake my head. I think I understand why Maia is so unusually reticent around Mika. She really is a handful. And she talks more than everybody else I've ever met. So, how are you guys faring? Were you able to find your missing friend? Yes, as a matter of fact. Oh really? Where is she? She's standing right here, in this tent. What? Then that would mean... Mika looks between Koko, Aiyana and I, then gasps in delight. God goodness me, I had no idea that my dear Koko was your missing friend. You're Koko? I raised an eyebrow. Does that mean the two of you are an item? Okay, indeed. Koko is my wonderful partner and my better half. I've known her only a scant handful of months, but her presence brightens my life considerably. I adore her, and she adores me. Isn't that right? My adorable Koko bean. Okay. That is true, yeah. But I wish you wouldn't call me pet names in front of my friends. It's a bit embarrassing. Oh, look how you're blushing. By the way, I don't have that many voices. God damn it. You're so cute. I could eat you up. No, don't. Not in front of Yaya and Aiyana. But I need your tickles. That's the point. I do so love it when you laugh. No, please, have mercy. Don't mock me. I can't laugh like that, okay? I can't make a forced laugh. Koko doubles over in peals of laughter, tears bedding her eyes. I know from past experience that Koko is extremely ticklish. I'm aware of all her weak spots, and so too, it seems, is Mika. They must be awfully close. You know what? Now I wonder, have there not been a Mika in one of the previous games as well? I think it might have been. I'm looking at the titles. Sakura Nova? No. Absolute miss with that one. Sakura Agent? No, it was Masumi. Have there been Mika in any of those games? There is one somewhere. But I don't think that's a Sakura. Yeah, that's definitely not a Sakura game. Here? That's Sakura Forest Girls 1. Why do I have the feeling there... Maybe it's because of that other game. That is not Sakura game. Anyway. Those two must be awfully close. I guess this means Mika's. The traveling merchant Arie was complaining about who ensnared Koko's heart. I mumbled to myself, arms folded. I had no idea. Oh, this is an incredible encounter, but now I cannot help but feel guilty. Had I known it was Koko you were searching for when we first met, I could have led her directly. That would have spared you the trouble of involving Maia in your adventures. I suppose all is well that ends well. Congratulations, you girls. I'm glad you were able to meet again, despite that. This calls for a celebration. Thank you for your enthusiasm, but I think I am celebrationed out. The last time I attended a festive gathering, I found myself chained up in a dungeon full of slimes. Chains? Slimes? Dungeon? Whatever do you mean, my friend? It sounds like you found yourself in quite the scrape. Indeed, I did. We're in an awful situation, but we're saved by a most peculiar trinket. Would you happen to know anything about this pendant, Mika? Maia summons the pendant Mika gave us from thin air, then hands it to her. The chain is made of chunky golden beads, and it's inlaid with a large red ruby. It looks every bit as impressive as I recall. Not to mention expensive, but the ruby seems faded somehow, after all we've endured. Ooh, maybe because we used its power, kind of. Has it lost its magical properties? Perhaps we sucked it dry when we used it unwittingly to escape Imala's dungeon. Oh yeah, of course I recall this. I sold this to Aiyana for a cutting of her lovely white hair. I had a sneaking suspicion you girls might need a bit of protection upon your travels. Mika! Thank you. Did you sell us this pendant knowing it would help us? I had a gut feeling. I was worried it was enchanted, but not even I knew how powerful the enchantment was. I'm a merchant, not a mage. My affinity with mana is pitifully poor. I can vaguely sense it in the air, and it's some of the objects I have accrued, but I know not how to properly appraise it. This necklace fall. Even I could sense that it seemed to be calling out to you. It wanted you girls to have it. I do not know if inanimate objects have wills, but if they do, I am certain this necklace meant to protect you girls. If that's the case, it did a pretty good job. It saved our skills. Without it, we would be in a dire peril. Aiyana speaks up for the first time since entering the tent. She bows before Mika reverently, her pale pigtails swishing over her shoulders. Thank you for your aid, Mika. You truly saved us. Don't mention it. If Maddie needs thanking, it's the necklace, not me. I was just its conveyor. Still, I'm glad it was of some use to you. I had no idea it was strong enough to teleport you across time and space. How do you know about the teleportation? We have not said a word about that. For I do wonder why it brought you here of all the places. I wonder if it is because of Aiyana and Yaya's earnest desires to reunite with Koko. Their pleas may have resonated with the necklace, and in so doing, took them to their side. Then again, it may also be that the necklace was trying to find its way back to you, Mika. You did possess it for longer than they. The precise workings of this necklace are a mystery even to a powerful witch such as I. It is an arcane trinket older than myself, blessed with a good degree of power. At least, it was. I think its powers have since been used up. It would have been nice to study it, but I may have lost the opportunity. It seems like nothing more than an ordinary necklace to me now. It shouldn't be rescuing us out of any unpleasant situations in the future. But with some luck, that shall be the last time during our travels that we find ourselves in such a grave danger. You said you were thrown to a dungeon, but I'm unclear on the details. How exactly did it come to pass? It sounds like quite a tale. Oh, it is. It might take a while to summarize everything though, so please sit back and relax. I'll try to explain as best I can. Or you can just go and check out Sakura Forest Girls 2 on PolishLynx's channel. The playlist is in the top right corner of the video or in the description below. But to continue, I give Mika and Koko the quickest explanation I can of how our ragtag party was formed and the adventures we've been on. I tell them about the ritual we performed by the fire to locate Koko and our journey through the forest to Arie's village. I tell them about the slimes attacking the village, my successful performance of the rain summoning ritual, that when Imala's unexpected betrayal, it was totally expected, betrayal. And then we ended up here. That should explain everything. Goodness, I had no idea you and Aiyana had been searching for me so desperately. I thought you had forgotten me after all these years. Of course I didn't. I could never forget you, Koko. You were one of my dearest friends. I would never abandon you. Since your disappearance, I've been able to think of little else but you. I was so worried. Aiyana. Koko blinks her eyes, starting to look suspiciously tearful. She sniffs, then wipes them with the back of her arm. When her arm drops her side, her eyes are dry once more, and her lips are curved into a small smile. It is almost as full that brief moment of weakness never occurred. Thank you. Truly, I'm glad you care for me so. It is strange to think that you have met Arie. I never imagined your paths would cross. Yeah, Arie said that you and her were good friends. Indeed, we were. I would like to think we still are. I lived with her for over 2 years and we got on very well. I did feel guilty about leaving her, but... Koko's voice trails off, which Mika seems to take as an invitation to pick up the narrative threads. You know, she found something better. Anyway, then Koko met me and I swept her off her feet. We hit it off high right away. I find it hard to believe. Don't be like that, Maia. Mika pouts. I'm a very attractive woman, I'll have you know, with ready razor-sharp wit. I would be strange if Koko hadn't fallen in love with me. Maia pressed her lips together. I cannot say I think of much of Koko's taste, but I suppose it would be rude to comment upon them in your tent. I will hold my peace for now. You're so harsh, Maia! Like as for utterly undesirable! Yeah, she's so weird. That is certainly how I feel. I don't like girls who talk too much. I much prefer quiet, gentle souls, such as Aiyana. Now that's bullshit what you are talking about. You like Yaya, come on. Maia winds an arm about Aiyana's waist. Or fiery girls like Yaya, who fluster easily, despite their bold proclamations. Maia snakes her other arm around about my waist, pulling me close. My two girls are most entertaining. They are full of abundant charms. You meanwhile, are nothing but a headache. You cannot stop talking for the life of you, and you are too shameless to feel embarrassment. I mean, I wouldn't mind someone who is like super talkative. That's a big truth. But at the same time, is it something I'm looking for? Is it something I have to look for? No. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe Lynx has found. Anyway. Guilty as charged. Mika grins and pokes out her tongue. She doesn't seem at all ruffled by Maia's numerous insults. They slide off her, like water from a fish's scales. Shirley is cheery. She's so dedicated to being optimistic 24/7, it's alarming. Ooh. Imagine being optimistic 24/7. Not gonna happen. Not with me for sure. In the morning especially, I'm the least optimistic person in the morning. Well, optimistic aside, in the morning just don't talk to me. It is quite alright if you cannot understand my charms. Koko has already claimed me. I care not what you say, so long as she continues to cling to me. Of course I'll continue to cling to you. I love you, Mika. And I love you too, my little Koko bean. Mika pats the top of Koko's head while she pouts. Gee, Mika, I told you not to use the cute nicknames like that around the others. So you did. My apologies. I cannot help it, Koko. You are simply too adorable. Oh, you... Koko sighs, but she doesn't look at all that upset. I think she's enjoying the attention. Now I've started to wonder how Mika and Koko first met. Maybe their first encounter with something like that. Okay. Oh, I love this. A little thing. I love this. The part with the heart, right? And you have like the... I would say... What's the thing you put into the pillow? But yeah, basically like you get the pillowy feeling of where she's... Where Koko is right now. Goodness me! Your dress is so fluffy! I cannot keep my hands off of it! Well, I guess it might be about the Whoops. Oh, it's a full screen and it goes like that. What do it? Interesting. What I meant to do is this. There is that material as well, so I guess that might represent the heart, but anyway. But there are also hearts in Mika's eyes. My touches miss my chant. I can't resist soft things. Of course you may. It seems a bit too late to ask, given that you're doing it right now. You're rubbing your head against me. Oh yeah. I was so taken with your fluffy dress, my body must have moved itself. By itself. I do apologize. I hope you're not being too forward. It's fine. It's fine. Pretty girls like you can never be too forward. I happen to enjoy the attention. Now please rub your cheeks against my bosom to your heart's content. Yes, ma'am. Is that how it happened? I wonder. Maybe I'm getting a bit carried away. I know Koko has penchant for soft, fluffy things, but not even she would be driven to rub her cheek against the chest of a woman she'd not met before, surely. I wasn't privy to Mika and Koko's first meeting, so I really can't say. This is all conjecture on my part. So Yaya's part. Koko and I had been together for only a handful of weeks when I asked if she would accompany me on my travels. I felt somewhat guilty about parting her from Princess Arie. I knew them to be good friends, but I was so fond of Koko, I could not do without her. I'm a selfish woman, you see, and when there is something I want, I will not hesitate to claim it. I mean, as long as the other party is like agreeing to that, right? That makes sense. I suppose you know that firsthand, given how insistent I was about taking a few looks of Aiyana's love with her. Mika smiles. I'm insatiable. One must be, if one wishes to be a merchant. I enjoy bartering and trading and accruing my wares. It almost breaks my heart to sell my stock on, but sell it I must. That is how I make a living. I would never, ever wish to hand Koko over to another foe. We are closer than I can communicate. She understands me like nobody else. You're not that hard to understand. Koko pokes Mika in the side. Boom! You said yourself. You're selfish, and you covet sparkly objects. You're like a magpie. That would be a fair assessment of my character. I'm easily distracted. But I promise I'll be constant when it comes to my feelings for you, my little Koko bean. Mika! Koko doesn't scold Mika for her use of this epithet this time. 3 times the charm, 3rd time the charm. Instead she sighs, her cheeks flush pink as Mika traces her cheek with her fingers. Mika dips her hand. I think she might be about to press a kiss to Koko's mouth when... Ahem! Maia interrupts them with a cough. I'm glad you two are so close, but you needed to show off. This is not the time for nor the place. I have a question I would like to ask you. Yeah, what's the matter, Maia? Now, I know you have met Princess Arie. I presume you must also be familiar with Imala. What do you make of her? That priestess, Mika placed one hand beneath her chin, her brow furrowed. There is a brief pause and then... I must say, I did not care for her. No, not in the slightest. Did she do anything to earn your mistrust, or was this based on another one of your gut feelings? I don't believe she did anything wrong. She was always perfectly cordial whenever we spoke. But still, I didn't trust her. I could not bring myself to. I thought there was something unnerving behind her smile. I asked Koko to accompany me on my travels in part because I had fallen for her, but I was also concerned about her safety. I feared that Priestess may one day cause her harm, were she to remain by the princess's side. I don't want to wait around to see whether Imala was wicked or not, so I departed with Koko before things could go awry. Now, I can see my famous instincts were once again correct. You said, Yaya, that it was Imala who trapped you in the dungeon. Yeah, she did. She took us prisoners, so we couldn't leave the village. She meant for us to stay there forever, to be her playthings. She said she did for Arie's sake, but I have my doubts. She was seriously messed up. She even set a bunch of slimes on us. That is most concerning. Mika frowns. You said that it was Imala who summoned these wicked monsters in the first place. That's right. She came out and admitted it, and she sounded so proud of it, that wench. It was so obvious she was enjoying herself while we were tied up. She gloated over us with this horrible expression on her face, that ugly old hag. She's a complete sadist, and she loves torturing cute girls. She's a menace. I grit my teeth together. I must have thought about Imala too much, because now I feel really pissed. Yaya, welcome to my world. I have half a mind to march back to Arie's village to wipe that smug smile from Imala's face. But that mightn't be the best idea. Not right now. We need some items. Magical items. Will we be able to best her? I think we'll have to confront that wench at some point, knowing now what we do. If she's not defeated, she'll continue summon slimes and she'll cause untold chaos. Unfortunately, Maia sighs. That will have to wait for later. I had to admit it, but Imala is very strong. Perhaps as strong as I doubt. Her powers as an individual cannot compare to mine, of course. But she's a dirty cheat. But of course, Maia always has to get a bit of gloating in, shouldn't be my otherwise. But she can summon slimes whenever she pleases. That gives her quite the advantage, and she's a cheat. If we wish to expose her, we will first need to think of a plan. Until then, we should take this as an opportunity to rest. I don't know about you two, but I feel rather tired after all we've endured. I must be getting old. I'm not as spry as I used to be. Ooh-hoo-hoo-hoo. I agree. That we must do something about that wench. Wow, Aiyana, you called her that? Nice. Sooner rather than later. I would feel awful if she attacked any more villagers. But right now, I can't even begin to think of how to stop her. I need some time to recuperate. Same here. I'm exhausted. I'm not surprised. It sounds like you three have endured all sorts of trials over the last few weeks. I take that you need somewhere to stay while you contemplate your next move against Imala. That's right. We're so far away from home. Aiyana toys anxiously with her hair, her blue eyes half-lidded. I wonder where we can go lay our heads. There are many tents in this village, but I would hate to impose upon the kindness of strangers. Oh, don't worry about that. You can always stay with Koko and I, if you have nowhere else to go. Are you sure you wouldn't mind that? It's fine. I can hardly kick you out after hearing your story. Since it's not like you're strangers. We've met before and you're some of Koko's dearest friends. I bet she's desperate to talk to you and Yaya. You must have a lot to catch up on. That's right. Koko nods emphatically, her fluffy blonde pigtails swaying. It must be fate that brought us together like this. Now we have been reunited. I could not countenance saying goodbye to you. I do wish to spend more time with you, but... Aiyana continues to fiddle with her hair, as she often does when she's nervous. I wonder if Koko remembers this tale of Aiyana's. How much of her body language can she remember? We spent our childhoods together, but 3 years have passed since last we met. That's longer than it seems. Memories can fade, like grass bleached by the summer sunlight. People's minds aren't infallible. We forget things, and then we forget one another. It seems Aiyana too has forgotten how to interact with Koko because she looks at her feet. Her expression is constrained and guilty. I would not want to impose. There is not much space in this tent. Where would we all sleep and what would we eat? Oh, don't worry so much. We'll figure out everything. Don't you worry your pretty little head about it, Aiyana. I want you to stay here, as does Koko. There's no need to fret. Don't I think about I constantly say her name differently. I say Koko or Koko. Koko. What the freak is wrong with me? Anyway. When there is will, there is a way. And you know what they say, the more the merrier. Let's get along. I'm happy. Meanwhile, probably Maia just walking out because she doesn't want to be in the same place with Mika, which sucks. Anyway, I'm happy to go along with this arrangement. It looks like Maia, Aiyana and I have landed on our feet after our disastrous encounter with Imala. For, not literally. We were able to find Koko, and now we have a place to stay. That's quite a relief. It feels like a huge wave has been lifted from my shoulders. I'm looking forward to spending time with you, Koko. I flashed my childhood friend a toothy grin. It'll be great to catch up with you. I agree. This is so incredible. Aiyana blinks. I think this wish must have overwhelmed her, because her blue eyes look suspiciously dumb. I tried to be more optimistic, but you know how I am. I am very dull at heart. I was beginning to fear that I might never see you again, Koko. To run to like this so unexpectedly. It really did feel like a dream. Aiyana stifles, her shoulders shake. I'm so happy. Hey, Aiyana. Don't cry. You're making me feel like I've done something wrong. I'm not crying because we've done anything wrong. Far from it. I'm crying because I'm so happy. I don't know what to do with myself. You silly thing. Koko smiles gently, then pulls Aiyana into an embrace. They look pretty cozy like that, but there's something off about this touching reunion. Hey! Don't you dare leave me out like that, girls! Wee! That's Sakura Forest Girls 1. I remember this CG. It was in one of the flashbacks of theirs, I believe. I scoot over to the embracing couple, then throw my own arms about Koko's waist. Now, the three of us are together, as we always used to be. This reunion didn't play out like I always imagined, but I'm glad things worked out in the end. Perhaps I should thank Imala when next I see her. I knew she walked out of that tent. If she hadn't locked us up in her dungeon... Oh, sorry, I thought about Maia right now. That you want to thank her. Anyway, perhaps I should thank that wench Imala when next I see her. No, we won't. If she hadn't locked us up in her dungeon, we might never have been able to unlock the mystic powers of that necklace. Then we would never have found Koko. Oh, we would, no worries. That wench did us a great favor, unbeknownst to her. You know what? I hate the feeling that just blasted through my mind. I hate the thought that blasted through my mind. What if Imala looked up into the future and the only way we would be able to find Koko was if she did what she did? Oh my god, I hate this thought. I hate this thought so much. I hope it's not true. Anyway, even if it's true, we are not forgiving her. I can't help but shudder to think of them. They were so gross and sticky. Maybe I should have a bath later. That wouldn't go amiss. For now, however. Koko, it really is you. That's right, it's me. Who else would it be, Selena? Now please stop crying. I'm sorry. I know I must look perfect fool, but I really can't help it. I'm just so relieved. If you cry too much, your eyes are going to turn pink like bunnies. Wouldn't that be kind of fitting? Aiyana speak this to remind me of rabbit ears. Oh yeah, you're right. Her nose is twitching too. And that's so cute. She's adorable. No, I'm not. So stop teasing me too. I'm exhausted here. I'm more than content to cling to Koko. It feels like I've returned to 3 years in the past, before the slimes attacked me, and my life was comfortably ordinary. I have not felt this happy in a long while. I'm not sure if we should expect some scene, but I feel like ending the episode. It's after 2 AM, I need to get some sleep. You know, those 6 hours at least before work. I'm starting at 9, lucky! Wait, I mean, now that I think about it, like, the saying is how you work 9 to 5, right? So I assume there are places, so I guess England or Great Britain entirely is, where you work 9 to 5, which is nice. I feel like Poland in that aspect is really messed up. Because over here you pretty much in most places work from 8 to 4. Right? Which is terrible, by the way. It's terrible. Or the other thing is, you might work from 6 AM, which is a different kind of monster, okay? It's a different kind of monster. I had to work on 6 AM at one place for not even a month. I think I've spent there 3 weeks, and I went somewhere else. So I went on morning shifts twice on 2 weeks. Oh my god, that was a disaster. How would... Honestly, no, not for me. 6 AM, not for me for sure, man. I'm unable to wake up and be a functioning human being at that hour. Starting at 9 fits me. If I were... Technically I could even start later. I could start at 10 if I wanted to. But I don't really want to finish at 6. That would be kinda dumb for me. And I still have to walk the dog after work, so you know. Why am I speaking about that? I have no idea why I diverted into that topic right now. But yes, I'll be waking up in 6 hours. I'm gonna be working my ass off, and that's it. Anyway, that was the second episode of Sakura Forest Girls 3. If you liked it, please consider leaving it a like. It's free. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing as well. It's also free. You can also go to my social medias, so Twitter, Instagram. Following me there is also free. And if you want to see me being live in front of the camera, webcam, because lately I'm not recording with a webcam for some reason, feel free to drop by on Twitch. On Twitch we are streaming Genshin Impact. And there is a new character now, so this Friday, unless I will change my mind and will not be on live on Friday. Friday or Saturday. Hopefully Friday and Saturday we'll be streaming, and we'll be trying to get our new character. Cookie Shinobu. That's who I'm after. For to be fair, the guy from the event, the 5-star, I checked him in the trial run. He's pretty good too. But my main goal is Cookie Shinobu. And with that being said, let's end the episode of Sakura Forest Girls 3! Have a wonderful day, guys. And not guys. Bye bye!